when Brady is on the other sideline, those dudes get tight. They can't snap the ball. They can't hold on to it. The running back fumbles. Like, both teams are aware that that dude is on that team. For Stafford, under those circumstances, total collapse by the Rams, Brady comes storming back. Of course the Bucs are going to win. Of course. For Stafford, Key, to make that throw in that moment, I'm with you, Jay. It was huge for Stafford, and I'm done comparing Rodgers to Brady.
Yeah, Stafford clearly needed better players around him. It was very evident based on yesterday, not last night, but based on yesterday, just watching him not flinch. And the pressure came in his face at the end of the game. It was a great throw, but imagine having to make the catch, though.
Wait, I want to get to that later.
All the people to catch the ball, Cooper Kupp.
Wait, look at Key's face, though, when that ball is in the air.
I've seen too many guys let it go through the breadbasket in that situation.
When the lights are bright?
No, it's just, man, that thing is hanging up there, man.
Yeah.
Too much time to think about what could go wrong, huh?
And he's great, and I know, he's great in everything, and he could possibly win a postseason award as Offensive Player of the Year, but just imagine, though, if that thing is hanging up there, you running, oh, my goodness.
The fate of the universe on the line, boy, you better catch it or the earth's going to explode. The Rams pushed all their chips to the middle of the table, said, to hell with the future, we're trying to win the Super Bowl now. And this dude had never won a playoff game, but he was like leading the league in fourth quarter comebacks since his career started.
People were hating.
Oh, well, people didn't know. They want to see the evidence. Is it because of you that you were losing, or is it because of you that you were even getting to the playoffs in the first place?
I wouldn't call it hating, Jay. I just call it someone's observation of what we've seen. When you 0-3 in the playoffs and your team isn't playing in the regular season at a level and you're supposed to be this guy, people going, they're going to look at it.
I hear, but it just feels like an easy narrative, though. You know what I mean? It's an easy one to put together and be like, oh, well, he didn't get it done. He didn't lead his team.
Man.
And
that's low-hanging fruit. You know how low-hanging fruit, they're going to grab that immediately. He's like, eat that up.
Well, here's the thing.
It'll give us about 6 years of runway.
No doubt. But what you guys are saying, like even as athletes, this is something that you actually have in common with the analytics crowd. Because the analytics crowd will say stuff like, just because this event occurred doesn't mean if you were to run that back 1,000 times, it would occur that way every time. But the rest of and athletes agree, like, yeah, that happened this time, but if you could play that again, it might not. But to the fans, and the reality is, we only got one life. Like, these are events that will go down in the record. This is what happened. You don't get to play it back. So whatever happened, happened. And if Stafford would have choked or Stafford wouldn't have shown up, hey, that's what happened, brother. Maybe if you had another bite at the apple, it would. So the fact that
he dropped a 70-yard bomb.
How about if he'd have just lost the game? But here's what I always say, though. Whether it's Patrick Mahomes, whether it's Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, any of them, when you look at Matthew Stafford yesterday, what is it that he did that he hadn't been doing over the last several weeks? He did not turn the football over.
100%.
And when you don't turn the football over, your team has a better chance of winning. Patrick Mahomes did not turn the football over yesterday, even though it was a shootout. He did not turn the football over. His team had a better chance to win.
But it showed me that Matthew Stafford actually likes the big moment. Like, I think that was a major takeaway because, yeah, he had turnovers throughout the regular season, but this was like the first massive moment that we've seen Matthew Stafford in, and he delivered a bomb. And this was the reason why Sean McVay didn't want Jared Goff on the team.
100%.
Some other reason. Yeah, some other reasons, but it was worth it, though. For that moment, that's why you brought him there.
When you look at him throwing the ball back versus him throwing the ball,
he can spin it.
He wasn't going to hit Cooper Kupp at the end. That wasn't Jared Goff at all.
Exactly.
So, Key, this is something that you talk about. In the playoffs, and in a way, all those turnovers toward the end of the season, probably the best thing that happened for Stafford and the Rams, because it was a reminder heading into the playoffs, that don't work. The way to do it in the playoffs is what Key always says, cool, calm, and collected, safe and sound with the football, and 2-3 times a game, you better make a play, right? He'd been waiting for this opportunity, Stafford, to be the best player on the field against the best teams, right? Not just fourth quarter comebacks in the regular season because your team is no good, you got to bring them back. After Brady tied that game, guys, I'm watching the game going,
Fournette.
listen, I knew that Brady was going to come back and tie that game when it started getting shaky. And then I knew that he was going to win the game, of course, right? For Stafford to throw that pass to Cooper Kupp. Tom Brady's 150 years old.
Yeah, it's about the time, though, for me.
You think he should go?
Yeah.
What?
It's about the time.
Why?
Why am I playing? I don't need to play anymore. I'm good. Good.
Because that's Tom Brady.
And you never get to play again. This is it.
Yeah, but he's 44. He'll be 45. You don't
go.
And the chances of him winning another one.
You could make the case at the last play, yeah.
Put it this way: what Brady just showed,
got his last one.
He's going to be on a competent. If you put Brady on a competent team, and by the way, he's always going to be on a competent team, right? Yeah. They're not going to be bums. Brady's so dangerous. He's so live. He threatens it every. He came this close to winning this decade.
But Max and Key, you guys think how Tom Brady thinks. It's like, yeah, you had to think this way all the time. For me, when people are like, oh, what are your favorite moments from college? I'm like, oh, damn. When we lost to two teams, my freshman, my junior year, that went on to win a national championship. Like, Tom isn't going to think about, oh, my last play, we scored a touchdown with Leonard Fournette. It's going to be more so like, damn, imagine if I just had a weapon or two more. Like,
yeah, but it wears on you, though.
Okay.
And a guy like Tom Brady's been doing it for so long. He could still play at a high level. But what else is there to accomplish outside of trying to get to another one? Like, at some point, you've got to be like,
and if you're going to come up short in a title defense, that's how you do it. You go out like you're not going to win every game, but boy, you made it so tough.
San Francisco, Arizona, the Rams, and what happens with Sean Payton in New Orleans. I mean, teams are going to get better. Mm-hmm. Teams in the AFC. We looked at that last night with Kansas City and Josh Allen. My only thing is, in the end, you gave us everything for however many years.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.